Oh man.
Okay. All right. Hit the old go line button over on Facebook and pull us across. And hey, hello. Here we
Hello,
are.
Hey.
hello. How are ya?
Oh my
Doing
gosh.
great.
Good to
Doing
see you
wonderful.
again.
Yeah. Awesome time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody at home. It is another fabulous Thursday night, and we've got all the usuals hanging out, but we got someone special with us this week. So we have,
Oh,
we do,
The
yeah, we
usual
got,
suspects are here, and then
yeah,
we have a guest.
yeah. So we got a special guest tonight. We've got Martin Atkinson, and Mark. First of all, thanks for coming on, buddy. I reached
my
out to you a
pleasure.
little bit
Yeah.
ago, and I knew you were in the middle of kind of doing some big things and shows going on, and so I appreciate you getting back to me and coming on and joining us and spending the evening with us. A lot of fun, man.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to be your guest. Yeah. And it's kind of funny how we met, actually. We met on Martha's Vineyard for the 50th. I think I just got into that little, what was that? It was like at the Martha's Vineyard
At the
Museum.
museum, yeah,
Yeah.
Museum.
And they had like trivia and bands playing and vendors. What was the actual like event called? Like, I don't even know, like Homecoming or something?
it was called Amity
Re
Homecoming,
or
and so that was
Reunion? Yeah.
yeah, it was the museum and the Vineyard Gazette got together, and I think
Yeah.
instead of doing kind of like a con style, they call it the reunion because that was kind of what they were going after the field. Because if you remember, it was just all of us out on the grounds. I mean, the
Yeah.
actors, the production, and anyone who was anyone, and then anyone who went to watch the show. That's what it was, and that was I just thought it was incredible the way that they did it and laid it out.
Yeah, it was great. And my friends were inside. They were at the Greg and Nicotero panel. And I'm like,
Great
okay,
panel.
cool. Well, I think it like yeah, I didn't go because I think it sold out or something. I just I didn't
Yeah.
hop on it at the right time. So I'm like, that's cool. I'll just kill time here, you know. Maybe I'll buy like a Jaws candle or something. And I'm kind of wandering around and I go up to the bar and I think they had like tickets or something like that. And that's when Nate said, here, I got an extra one. And I remember you gave me one and I used it. Thank you again, by the way. It was kind of like a pay it
Oh,
forward
absolutely.
moment.
Oh, listen, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, I was walking around and I was just walking over to get a beer,
Yeah.
and you were standing there like I don't know, 10 feet in front of me, and I think you pulled out some money and you said, "Hey, can
Yeah.
I get in there against it?" And the
That's
lady said,
right.
"Well,
When in
you
Rome,
need a
right?
ticket." Yeah, yeah. And the lady said, "You need a ticket," and you had the same look on your face that I had on mine 20 minutes earlier when I realized you couldn't buy a beer. You
Yeah.
had to have the tickets, and most of them came from the VIP tent. Luckily, I had a couple friends down there, and every time I walked past, they started handing me tickets. So I was just like, if I saw someone I knew, I was like, "Hey, come on, let's go have a beer." I have more pictures of us crushing cans than you can imagine,
Oh yeah.
and
This is
you
the
had that
only
look
one I
on your
have
face.
left.
Oh,
Oh,
kidding? Yeah.
It's the only one I have left,
I
but I
said,
can't crush it because it's I live in California. We don't get them out here in California, so it's my souvenir.
yeah, yeah, but yeah. So I was like, how can I not? How can I not buy you or give you a Narragansett? We're at Jaws
okay,
50th.
but
That's
Thank
not
that
you.
just
big,
that just totally
Yeah,
goes for the definition of amity. So there you go.
There you go. It does
exactly.
mean friendship. Yeah, that was very
There you
kind. You
go.
didn't know me. I was just a stranger. You had no idea who I was. I didn't know who you were, but
That's how he picked me up too. So don't feel bad. We'll
ah,
line it. Say, and now you're on the show. There you go. Sorry.
there you
Yeah,
go. He bought you a
yeah,
Hey,
Gansett, and here we are.
yeah.
Yeah.
that's
He had a
exactly
review.
right. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, you either got to look good, have money, or just show up a beer, and something's going to happen.
Yeah.
You're going
There's
to get kicked
the
in. That's the way it
trifecta
works.
for some, but yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
well, Mark. So background on you. So you are a New Englander. You're from the Northeast. I don't know if you live there now, but that's where you reign from, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I'm originally from Rhode Island. My phone number is still 401. Keeping it real.
Nice.
That's the only area code in Rhode Island, by the way. Like most cities have like three, but like Rhode Island, because it's such a small state, only has one
Small
area code.
state. Hmm.
Um, yeah, but originally, yes, born and raised in Rhode Island. I went to the University of Rhode Island, and I've been living out in California, San Diego, for about 20 years now. A little bit in LA, but not much. Yeah, and then I was able to go back home twice this year. Once for like kind of like a friends reunion in July, and of course for the big Jaws 5-0. So, and I'm glad I
It was
went.
incredible.
So what
Yeah.
drew you out to California then from Rhode Island?
Basically, I have an older brother who's stationed in the Navy. Here in San
Ah,
Diego. I
in
went to go
San
visit him during a
Diego.
spring break, and I just kind of
Yep.
fell in love with the city. Not the state. The state's got some problems, but that's a whole other
Oh,
podcast. But the
yeah.
city, I love the city. I still love the city. I was just at we call it the Rady Shell. I don't
Yeah.
know if other cities have it. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like the
Uh,
Shell musical venue.
well, my
Yes.
niece just went and visited. She was actually in San Diego a few months ago, so she got to tour it as well. So I was looking
Oh,
up
okay.
online different things in San Diego. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful, and it was the screening of Jurassic Park, and there was a Lego symphony playing.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Awesome.
Kind
It's
of
just
froze up there,
beautiful, you
Daniel.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
incredible. I had an aunt that lived out in San Diego for quite some time, and she was out there. And then she lived, I don't know, had a place about an hour north. She worked for Apple a bit. She would do chips and stuff like that. She recently retired. She's now living down South America, which seems to be a pretty hotbed place for people to go
Oh
these days.
wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, it's
But yeah,
affordable. Yeah.
it's very
Yeah.
affordable,
Nice.
especially compared to
Nice.
like where
Nice.
you guys are, man. I was out to her place a couple times. I remember looking at real estate out there, going, "Dear God."
Yeah. Right. It's like,
Like,
oh, I'll take 4. Yeah.
yeah.
Apartments. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do have one question, and not to get off topic. So
Yeah.
you're from Rhode Island. You're from where this stuff is made. Now, I had a friend I used to do a lot of bike riding and racing with years ago, and he was from this area as well. And
Yes.
correct me if I'm wrong, because he always knew I was a Jaws nut. Did you refer to it as Nasty Gansett when you lived there?
So I think what had happened was it was a big popular beer in the 70s and early
Yeah.
80s, and I think it died out. And I think they brought it back. By the time they brought it back, I was already living in San Diego. Like I think they brought it back in 2005, and I just moved here. So
Right.
it was just kind of like, oh my God, that's the beer that Captain Quint would drink, you know? And they have these
Sure.
retrospective cans. Not all the cans look like this.
Right.
But yeah, we just call them Gansets. But I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if I mean, hey, I love Gansett, so I won't call it Nasty Gansett.
I'm just curious because he would refer. I mean, and he had the accent. He would go, "Hey,
Yeah.
when I go back home, you want me to get some Nasty Gansets? I'll get you a case while I'm up there." I would say,
Nasty
okay,
Gansett.
that's what he would
Yeah.
call them. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we just
at
call them
any rate,
Gansets. It's fun to get them on tap. Unfortunately, we don't get them here in California, but you get them in Pennsylvania, right?
yeah. Oh, yeah. You do. I mean,
Mhm.
there's a huge beer and craft beer scene here, and so there's a lot distributed. And this is, I mean, I can get this just about any time in the Jaws
Nice.
commemorative. As soon as they release it, it's here. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
that's cool. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't. I guess I have something of a relationship with because they kind of sponsored and endorsed one of my earlier short films that we heavily promoted Narragansett. So they promoted our little film on their social media. I don't think the people
Nice.
still work there, but I've got a very soft spot for the can, and I just love the
Yeah.
marketing, crush it like Quint. And oddly enough, I grew up in South Kingston, Rhode Island, but I also lived in Narragansett, Rhode Island as well. So.
Ah,
Okay.
It
there you
is it
go.
is a
Wow.
town. It's a beach. It's a Native American tribe. So it's really hard to say.
Mhm.
Really,
Uh,
yeah, I've heard a lot of people mispronounce it. Not sure how to say it.
oh my
Especially some of my
God.
Canadian friends. They were like, "Wait, wait, what do you call this here? What do I got here?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My 2 friends that I went out there with, Luke and Jim of the Con Guys,
Yes.
they are not. Let's see. Luke is from Ohio. Jim is from Chicago, but also South Carolina, I guess. But neither one of them could even pronounce it. And I said, okay, that's it. I'm not buying another Narragansett until you can say it right. And they're like, okay, Nagasaki. I'm like, all right, that's it. You're cut off. You're cut off.
Nagasaki.
Yeah. Just say Gansett. Just say Gan. That's it.
Gansett.
Just say,
Yeah.
can I get
Yeah.
a Gansett? Yeah. Wow,
Awesome.
this podcast is sponsored by Narragansett beer, by the way.
Nice.
I feel
Love
like it
it.
should be. We've dropped that name
Should
like
be.
20 times in the
As
first
many
5 minutes
times
of the
as
We have
podcast.
no shame in our game.
Right. We should just submit it and be done with it. Yeah. Well, since we're talking a little bit about you, I'll be honest with you. When I said, "Hey, I'm going to have Atkinson on," so we kind of been talking back and forth, and then if you're going to interview someone, make sure you know a little bit about them. So I have to confess, I did a little bit of stalking, and you've got a pretty interesting background, Mark. I mean, look at this guy. This guy's got his
Well,
little IMDb
that's
pages going on here. He's got some.
Nice.
yeah, that's my IMDb. I guess I had a itchy scalp that day or something. Yeah, look at that. That's my headshot that I've been using for, I don't know, a few years now. And I don't know. It seems to work sometimes, I don't know. At least it gets me auditions. But yeah, I'm an actor, I'm a filmmaker, and yeah, that's what I do. It's not, I wouldn't say it's my bread and butter. I
Right.
have to have something of a real job, working in hospitality as well, working in events, and that's a lot of fun because it's very flexible. And when I do work, I'm not going to say it's really lucrative, but it's fairly lucrative enough for me to travel to go back to New England for 2 times a summer. So
Wow.
that's
Very nice.
nice. Yeah. Hmm.
Very nice. And
Yeah.
you did some work you did some comedy, like a stand-up comedian for a while, I believe. Is that right?
I did, yeah. I used to do stand up. I cut my teeth there in the Providence scene, like I guess was over 20 years ago now. A little bit in Boston, but yeah, mostly in Providence. And then I did a little bit out here in San Diego, a little bit in LA. But and then I started taking improv classes. Studied the Groundlings, Second City, and then I wanted to get more serious into like film work. So yeah, I started doing like student films, short films, independent films, and I still do, well, not so much short films, but I still do independent films, and even every once in a while something mainstream. Trying to do more, but yeah, that's what I do.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And you've done obviously some acting. In fact, I was thinking maybe tonight, maybe we could finish watching at least part of your Quinn Miss Carol, because I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Okay, sure.
That was a
Yeah, I'm
lot.
always up
That
for
was a
that.
lot of fun. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
JD, wait till you see this. I mean, really, it is.
I know. I haven't really, since we got back from the island, I've hit the ground running with work, so I haven't really been on and caught up with everything lately. So
Yeah.
I'm
So
excited.
how long were you guys on the island for?
Oh, well, I was lucky. So I was there for 3 weeks. I was there the week leading up to the reunion. I was there
Okay.
for the reunion, and then I was there after. I'm usually there like every 2 years, and I hadn't
Okay.
gone because I knew my wife and I. I mean, honestly, we went up there, whatever, 10 years ago because I like Jaws,
Right.
and we ended up kind of really falling in love with the island because of the island. Like I want to hit some
Yeah.
of the other. I want to go to Block Island, and I'd like to. I
Oh,
haven't been out to any other islands yet, but we have fallen in love with that whole kind of scene. And I'm a school teacher, so I can't really go up. I'd love to go up in September, October. So we go up in early June, usually as soon as I'm done, and it's still
gotcha.
quiet. Like the
Yeah.
crowds haven't showed up yet,
Yeah.
and so I had a week of typical June, and then our show, we were the kickoff for the 50th reunion at the museum on the 19th.
Oh, you
Yep.
were
Yeah, we
there.
had
Oh, the 19th. That's right. Okay,
On the
that's the night we
19th.
flew in. That's right. And we saw
Yeah.
pictures on Facebook on and we're like, everyone was there, right? Dreyfus and Kramer and right?
Well, Kramer and Joe Alves and Dreyfus's daughter. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Hi, Casey.
yeah, I mean, Jeff was there. I mean, everyone was there. And about halfway through the show, because I mean, we did a little bit, and to be honest with you, a lot of people were there because they wanted to ask questions to our panel,
Yeah.
and so we just kind of did a little bit and kind of kicked it off and kind of let that run. And about halfway through, Mike had come over to the two of us and said, Richard called, would like to know if he could come. Like,
Oh,
let me think about that. Sure, yeah. And he
Yeah,
comes
like
up
we were going to
and-
say
and-
no.
yeah.
wow.
No.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
Oh, it was incredible.
we unfortunately we couldn't get him on the podcast or the panel. I mean, because he had he'd gotten sick with the viral bronchitis, and he had to cancel on
Yeah.
SharkCon, which is a week before Comic-Con.
Yes,
Uh-oh.
you froze up on us, buddy.
Well, another panel at LA Comic-Con.
Hey, Mark, I know your signal might be dropping off a little bit. You're kind of
Did I lose
freezing
you?
up.
There he
Yeah.
is. Now he's back.
Okay, we got you back. All right, sorry about that.
There he
Oh,
is.
I'm back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. It's
No, it's
okay.
oddly enough, I
Okay.
live in sunny San Diego, and it rained for the first time today, so that might have a little bit to do there with it a little bit.
That's all right. Well,
First time it's
so how
rained in
was your
months.
experience for this? Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry, you keep kind of cutting out. I didn't mean to cut you off there. I apologize.
Did we lose them?
It's froze. I don't know. I don't hear any audio.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Yeah.
All right, we got you. You're
Let's see
kind
if
of
you
okay.
can
All
go
right,
out
you're
and go
back.
back in
All
again.
right. Sorry, we're kind of when you freeze the audio and everything stops, so no big deal. So I just want to make sure we were
Okay.
kind of all reconvened. So you guys, how long were you guys up on the vineyard? A couple days?
Yeah, we had landed on Thursday the 19th, and then we were there, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we flew out or we left the island, I guess, or the area on Monday the 23rd. So we were just there
Okay.
for the, is that right? Yeah, so 20, 21, 22, yeah. And then I stayed for another week to hang out with my family in Rhode Island. I had my younger brother pick me up, and funny enough, the place where Luke and Jim dropped me off, my brother picked me up, Plymouth Rock.
I
No
know what it
kidding.
is. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
I'm like, okay, how hard could it be to find, And it's a lot smaller. It's
A lot
it's like
smaller.
the
Yeah,
size, I don't know,
It's
it's like
like
the
this,
size
yeah.
of
yeah.
like a
Go,
coffee
go,
table,
yeah, going to see that is like watching Clark Griswold look at the Grand Canyon. Okay, there it is. All right,
Yeah.
time to go.
There it
Yeah,
is. Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is, Russ. Okay.
I took my nephews. I'm like, look, kids, this is Plymouth Rock. This is where the Pilgrims landed. They're at the age when they're starting to learn about that. And they're like,
Right.
oh, cool. I'm like, I'm
Cool.
like, all
Yeah.
right, hey,
Yeah.
do you guys want some French fries and ice cream? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, wow. I asked them, what'd you like better, French fries and ice cream or Plymouth Rock? Sure enough, French fries and ice cream. I'm
French
like,
fries and
okay.
ice cream, of course. Yeah.
Drive through or American history? What are you interested in tonight?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we do have
Supersized Plymouth
Victor.
Rock.
We got Victor, one of our regulars, just chiming in saying, Mark, welcome aboard. And have you visited the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures to see Bruce yet?
I have seen Bruce, but I haven't seen the big Jaws exhibit that he's probably talking about because it hasn't opened. It opens, I think, next month in a few weeks.
Next
And
month. In
so
September. Yes.
I will be. I'm not a member. I think I'm gonna go ahead and be a member though, become a member because it's a great museum and there's a lot of cool benefits. And I really, yeah, I gotta go because I mean it's the Jaws Museum. But yes, I have seen Bruce. He's kind of hanging up there in the ceiling, and that's the one that I believe Greg Nicotero restored. He did like the teeth and all that, and
Yes.
that was the one
Yeah.
that was in the LA junkyard for like 2 decades or something like that, which is just
Yeah.
insane. But
Yeah.
yeah.
That's junk. Yeah. That's Junkyard Bruce. Yep.
Yeah, Junkyard Bruce. Yeah, thank you for the question. That was Victor.
Yeah, that was Victor. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I have to hand it to you. So one of the things that I always look forward to when I go up to the island is I always make a jump or two off of the bridge, and I usually try and coax someone into doing that. And sometimes I'm successful with that. Sometimes I'm not successful. I got my wife to jump a couple times.
Move closer to your router.
I got my 80. Oh, we lost him.
Uh-oh.
That's right. He'll be back.
Got Dawn. Dawn jumped off. She was
Yeah.
happy. Yeah.
Listen, she loved it.
I know.
Loved
She
it.
was so excited. She was so happy.
Even though I wasn't calling her by her real name, she was pretty cool
That's
about
okay.
it.
I don't think she cared. She was happy.
I tried signing out and signing back in. Did that work a little bit?
It's working. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Listen,
That works.
hey, that's what happens with a live show. You got to take as it comes, right? Oh, good.
Exactly. Yeah. A little technical snafu. Yeah.
So I was saying one of the things I try and do every time that I go up is I always jump off the bridge. It's just something I like to do, and I always try and coax someone into it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Did
times
you get
ago,
one
I
of
got my
these?
80. I've got one of those. That's exactly right. I was watching your show, and I happened to come across this clip.
Oh yeah.
Hold on a second. Now,
There he is.
you got my respect. Made the jump. Very
that
nice.
was fun. It's a
Isn't
rite
that
of
great?
passage when you go, right?
Listen,
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I say that every time. I'm always like trying to get someone. I had a bunch of people show up and jump with me the last time. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
great. I was the only one of the three of us that did it. I've done it before. So this was my third time in Martha's Vineyard. Once as like a little boy, I was probably like 10. We went again in 2017 as a family, and then this last summer here as to cover the Jaws 50th anniversary. And
Sure.
it's so much fun jumping off the bridge. I didn't see a lot of these T-shirts because I think they stopped making them. Is what I had
Yeah, I don't
heard.
think they make them anymore. Well, Todd Rabella's shop was carrying that particular one.
Okay.
So Todd Rabella, if you go up Circuit Avenue, the main drag in Oak Bluffs there where all the shops are,
Yeah.
he is the first t-shirt shop on the right side. It's right next to, I think it's Murdoch's Fudge. When you walk in, he's the one. He has the 2012 Jaws Fest banner across the back. He's got like some of the original memorabilia. That's
he was
Chris
the brother of
yeah, Chris
yes,
Rabella.
okay.
Yeah.
He was in the Hulu documentary.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
That was a
Yes,
great
he is.
documentary, huh?
Oh my! Listen, that was fabulous. It really was. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Yeah, but that's who made that shirt. I have the same. And they did a pink one, and I think a white one and a gray one. I have the gray one. I don't really wear it that much because I know that they don't have them anymore now. Something's a Grape does. I don't know, kind of like a more generalized kind of one, but that's like the real deal you got going on there. Very cool.
It's great, and I'm wearing it in honor of the podcast, and I don't know, I've probably worn it like 3 or 4 times this summer, but yeah, I was getting a lot of compliments when I was wearing it at Martha's Vineyard because I guess there's so many Jaws shirts. By the way, how cool was it seeing some of these like just these people just Jawsed out? I've seen shirts I've never seen before. My favorite was of the one fisherman. It's like a screenshot, and he's saying, "A what?"
Oh, no kidding! You saw that on his shirt.
That was my favorite shirt I saw because I'd never seen it. And it's just such a random but lovable, quotable line.
Sure.
Yeah.
There was some pretty phenomenal stuff there. You often think that you're kind of like, I'm one of the oddballs because I'm a big Jaws nut, and then you go to the island and you're like, look. There's more of us, They're like minions flooding the island,
Oh yeah, I mean there were easily how many thousands of people that went to that, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the exact number is, but I really hope there's a 55th. We'll see. I mean,
that would be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice, but I think it was a great success. The Michaels, I think there's like 3 of them that put it on, right?
Yeah.
So congrats to all those guys.
Absolutely, and we just had. So we had Kathy and we had Monica from the Gazette and from the museum on last week to kind of recap because we talk off and on, but we haven't really touched base since the 50th, other than hey, you want to set up? How are things going? And they said it has definitely been the summer of the shark. They said they have set records, and they said July's record beat June's record, which is kind of hard to believe.
At the museum.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that's good.
And with the publications and the movies, I'm going to be back in theaters tomorrow, so I would assume maybe that's going to kick things off again.
I think so. I mean, this was the summer of Jaws, I mean, everywhere, AMC, they released, oh, by the way, little cups like this. Not little,
nice.
a big cup.
Nice.
Yeah. I got this. Oddly enough, I got this at Comic-Con, but yeah.
Sure.
Very nice. We got, little things like this. This is the new Quint. I'm sorry, I'm just being a geek and showing you. Yeah, the action figure. Yeah, I got that. Let's see, at the Midsummer Scream last weekend. Yeah. And I have to believe that there's a correlation between the population of tourists this last summer and the big Jaws 5.0.
It's got to be. I mean, it has to be. I mean, like I said, I'm always there in June. June is quiet. You can find parking spaces. You can walk into a restaurant, get something to eat, and that Saturday, I mean, I was going into Edgartown to try and catch Mike. And speaking of Mike just joined us here. Mike.
Oh, okay. There he is.
There he is. There's
Hey, bud.
himself. How are you, Mike? He's thinking about it. I think maybe he might not be. We'll give him a second.
There he is.
Hey, Mike. There you are.
Hello.
Can you hear us? Mike, can you hear us?
I don't think so. Yeah.
No,
maybe he sees us.
That's right. I don't know.
Oh, no. Okay.
Mike, we can see him, but we can't I'm assuming you can't hear us and we can't hear you right now. You might want to pop out and come back in. Try that once. I'll message
Yeah,
him. No big
I
deal.
have I have a
Yeah.
feeling he doesn't know he's on a live podcast right now. Yeah, he's like checking his emails.
He should. It's his.
He's doing his.
Are you talking to me or are you talking to Mark?
I'm talking to
Oh,
you.
there you are. Now we can hear you. Mike, can you hear us?
Oh, I thought you were talking to Mark.
No, we were
I've
talking
been here
to
for a
you.
while, but Mark was frozen. I thought you were talking to. Yeah.
Okay.
Mike,
So
how
for
are
the
you?
second half, Nate and I are going to be frozen. Okay.
Who's gonna
Yeah,
start-
whose
who's
turn
gonna
is it to
start
get
signing
frozen?
to you?
Whose turn is
It's
it?
like
Yeah,
freeze
yeah.
tag, freeze
Saturday
podcast
Live.
tag. Yeah.
But hey, Mike, thanks for coming in tonight, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good.
Doing all right? Good,
I'm
good.
good.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
We were, my buddy and I, Jamie and I, were heading into Edgartown to catch Mike's book signing down at Edgartown Books, and the traffic was so bad that I was able to beat the cars into town on my bike from 4 miles away. I mean, that's
Yeah,
that's how
that's-
bad. I mean, I walked into Offshore Ale right off of Kennebec Avenue just to grab a bite to eat and grab a beer, and I walked up to the I think he's a general manager or something. He was right at the front door, and I looked at him, and he just kind of had that look on his face, and I said, "Is this what August looks like?" And he went, "Oh yeah." I mean, it was crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Busy.
That's great. You know what? One of the greatest things about the island, though, is they have that free shuttle service, and I guess that's
Yeah.
for the whole summer,
Yeah.
and that was amazing. That saved a lot. I don't think.
Oh my
I think
god.
only one time we had to get an Uber because we missed the bus, but I blame Luke for that. But other than that, it's great transportation. Yeah, easy to get around the island too.
It really is, and it's a well thought out transportation system. All you gotta
Yeah.
do, you look for a purple sign, and usually, I mean, unless you're up island, like Menemsha, those places, you have a bus like every 15 minutes. Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it is. It's free. I think it's free through October this year.
Yeah, it's
They
crazy.
said,
I'm
yeah.
like, is this for Jaws Fest? And they're like, no, this is or the the 50th celebration. Like, no, this is all summer. I'm like, oh, all right, cool, good on you. You know.
Yeah.
Sure. Hey, we
Yeah.
do have a comment or two, if you don't mind me pulling
Go
up.
for
here. I'm
it.
just gonna throw up real quick. So Val's joining us saying, "Hey guys, just got out of an IMAX screening, almost sold out. It was tremendous." Oh, so it started tonight.
Oh.
I thought it was.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I didn't know that. I thought it was tomorrow,
Yeah.
the 29th. I'm not sure
I
when I'm
wanna-
going to see it. Probably Monday, I think.
Well, yeah,
I-
Labor Day because everybody's off of
Yeah.
work. So
Yep, gonna
if you're
cl-
not working,
yeah.
go do it.
Got to get the good
yeah.
seats and gonna close out summer. I think I did that
There you
again.
go.
Well, I did that a few years ago. Remember when they released the 3D version of it?
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was well done too.
It was, yeah. It's surprisingly
It
held
really
up. And I have no doubt this will as well. I mean, it's still a great movie. I've watched it a couple of times this summer, but my favorite experience was at the Hollywood Bowl when I watched it with the LA Philharmonic, and just to watch it Jaws with 10,000 other fans. It was like it was
Oh
crazy.
my god.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but anymore when I go see it, I caught it live on the island when they had the orchestra playing.
Uh-huh.
And,
Okay.
That was pretty cool. Anymore, I think I do more people watching during the movie than I would do watching the movie because
yeah.
waiting to see their reactions. You
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
It's
if they
funny.
haven't seen it.
I think in some cases is people haven't seen it, or younger people, or they just haven't seen it in a while. But yeah, I mean, just when Ben Gardner's head floats through the little hole in the boat, and it's just still one of the greatest jump scares of all time, in my opinion. Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
100%.
yeah. So you were there for the screening, you said, huh?
Yes. Yeah. I was there for that. And then we went so they show the movie every Sunday night in Edgartown. That's kind of like a summer tradition on the island.
Okay.
And so we often go, and there was a bunch of people from the page. We had like buddy of mine from Canada, one from New York. We had a young gentleman that just got out of film school who's from England who was with us, like him and his mom were with us. And so we go in to see it, and then lo and behold, the cast of The Shark is Broken, and Guy Masterson happened to be there that night. They were just filming a little promo. And so, yeah, we caught it there on the island as well. And how cool is it to go into Amity and watch the film? I mean, really.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's the one thing I didn't get to do on the island because we were late. late bloomers, I guess you might say. We didn't book tickets, and I know a lot of events started selling out in January and February. I don't
Yeah.
think we booked tickets until I think I booked my ticket maybe June 1st, something like that. June, the first weekend
Oh
of
wow.
June. Like, yeah, only like 3 weeks
Wow.
before the
Yeah.
actual event.
Wow.
Yeah. And we did that because but I'll make this real quick, but I've been wanting to do the Jaws 50 panel at Comic Con since well, not 50, but a Jaws panel since 2020. I wanted to do Jaws 45, and then the pandemic happened. So I'm like,
Sure.
well, I'm not going to do like Jaws 47. That's lame. I'll just wait till it turns 50 years old. And I told Luke and Jim of the Con Guide, that's those are the guys who helped me produce the panel. I told them that at WonderCon in March, and they're like, "Well, we'd love to help you." I'm like, "All right, let's do it." And we've got a couple things in common other than like film and Comic Cons. We've got the whole tiki thing. That's a whole nother podcast and conversation. But I saw about a tiki event, and they were like, "Hey, we're thinking about going to this." I'm like, "Well, let me know if you do." And by the way, I just submitted my application for the panel, and then within weeks, we found out that we got approved, which I couldn't believe Universal wasn't doing their own thing. But I was like, "Oh my God, whoops!"
Yeah.
So they are like, "Hey, we're gonna go," and I'm like, "Well, if you guys are going, we just got approved. I'm going too." So. But anyways, to make the long story short, we didn't end up getting a hotel on the island. We had to stay in Falmouth and take the ferry every day. So
That's what I did.
A lot of
yeah,
people did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
A
yeah,
of
lot
and
of
it
people
was
people
did.
did
cool. It
that.
was affordable, but we missed some cool night events,
Yeah. Yeah.
except for the last night when we took one of those random charters. They were taking like a baseball team. Have you heard about this, by the way? I forget what it's called, but
No.
it's like this.
No.
It's not a ferry. It's a big boat, and they were taking like a baseball team back, and they had just lost the game like 11-0, total shutout. So me, Luke, and Jim, and some other random guy were like the only people like kind of like still partying, and I think we had just drank a mudslide at that. What's that place called? I can't remember. They have a delicious mudslide. God, what's the name of it? I wish I knew, but
Sharky's or Nancy's or the Wharf or
it wasn't the wharf. Could have
the Shanty.
been. It was near Nancy's. I know that.
It was near Nancy's.
Like
Oh my
below
God!
Nancy's, yeah. And there's like sand
There
on the beach. Oh, it's
there's the sandbar. You were at the sandbar.
sand. Well, okay, that makes sense. There was sand and it was a bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and I wish I
It's,
remember the service, but yeah, it's a late night service that you can get. I think we took the boat like at 11 or something like that at night, and it was fun. I felt like we were in like a German U-boat or something like that. But yeah,
very cool. Got one or two other people just kind of chiming in here. We got Robert's
sure.
joining us, so from over in Scotland, one of our buddies. Hey guys, all right, man, it's okay. Glad that you're hanging out with us there, buddy. Yeah, very cool. And Val's saying he went and saw the movie, and people definitely cheered at the end. Very cool.
Nice.
50 years later,
Yeah.
have that happening. And Victor Mark is asking a question for you. He's saying, after Jaws, what is your favorite Jaws sequel?
Oh, I mean, okay. I recently watched Jaws 2, and it's an okay sequel. It's an okay sequel. Jaws 3, I absolutely hate because it has nothing to do with the story. Now, I know a lot of people hate Jaws 4, but I kind of like it because it's got some returning characters and they are back on the vineyard. I mean, it's definitely a horrible movie, but it's a guilty pleasure. You have Ellen Brody, and you have Mrs. Taft, and you have Mrs. Kittner, and you've got Michael Caine, who's just ridiculous in the movie. But but I'm going to go with Jaws 2 is probably the best sequel of because there's no question about it. Yeah.
I would have to. Yeah.
It would have made an enemy of Victor if you said anything else. So.
Yeah. He's a big fan. Yeah. I mean,
That's
it's a
his
good movie. But it's not the best movie. It's not a great movie, but it's I guess a decent sequel. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you were talking about you wanted to get on and do a panel at the Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And I had reached out to you. I just happened to come across you. I was like, oh my gosh, there was a guy I met. I'm going to send a message. Maybe we can get you on the show and talk Jaws sometime. And I sent you a message. You said, you know what? I definitely will. I'll get back to you because I'm heading out to San Diego for the Comic-Con for a shark panel. And my mind just went, I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to hear about that. And so I did happen to pull up a
Oh.
quick picture of
That's
the
quite the
panel.
motley crew there, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, does one of them look very familiar to us, Mike?
Yeah, you got some heavy hitters on there. You got Chris on there, and
There
so
Chris.
I don't know if I know everyone that's on this panel, but I'm definitely familiar with some of them. So who all sat in on the panel with you there?
Okay, so we'll start with I guess the guy with the shark shirt and the sailor hat. That's Chris Gore. He is the founder of Film Threat, and he's a film critic. And you can catch him on his YouTube channel. He talks about movies all the time. And the reason why I chose him is because he was the first person I said yes to during the pandemic. Me and him, we were in a small group of people. We went to go see Jaws when it was out in the drive-ins because again, this is the summer of 2020 at this place called the Mission Tiki. And he was like, "Yeah, man, this is really just the perfect movie." He's a big fan. And I said, "Hey, I was going to do this panel. Obviously, Comic Con's not happening, but if I ever do, will you be on the panel?" He's like, "Absolutely." And then so he was a man of his word, and he did, and he brought it. They all brought it. And then the big guy next to him is Pat Jankowitz. Do you know him?
Familiar. I mean, he has a book out, so I know the
He
name, and
does.
I've seen the book around. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes,
know.
he does. Here,
Yeah. Outside of that, I've never met him.
give me 5 seconds. It's right here. The book. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right,
Is he
here, I
not
got it.
a member of one of our pages as well, or
Oh, I think so. He wrote this
both of
book
them, I
right here.
believe?
It's called
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
When You Thought It Was Safe, A Jaws Companion by Patrick Jankowitz. Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull that in. Hold that up again, would you?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sure.
And it's a
Okay.
great book. It's it's a little it's dated in the fact that it took it I think it was written in 2005 or 6 or something like that, 7. But it talks about the last big Jaws get together on Martha's Vineyard, which was for the so it was in 2005, so it would have been the 20th, I think. Yeah.
2012, I think was the last one. Right?
2012.
The last
Yeah.
big one was 2000. Okay, so this one goes to I
That's
think it's
2000. He covers the 30th, 2005, because that's where I met
Yeah.
him.
Oh, okay, you know him. Okay, yeah. Wow, my math was way off. What am I talking about? 20 years. Yeah. That's that. Yes, that's the one where he was at, and he writes about that. Interesting enough, I reread the book on the plane on the way to the Jaws 50th, so it was kind of cool. So, yeah. So he was the second person I asked, and he agreed. He's a writer of Fangoria, and he's also an actor too, not and a journalist. He does like a lot of Bigfoot characters because he's like probably like 6. I don't know, 7, something like that. And then the little lady in between us is she's Stephanie Canyon. She came on kind of late into the game, and she delivered as well. She's also a writer, a journalist for Fangoria magazine. And that goofball in the middle there, that's me with my Captain Quint garb. I kind of wish I did something with the mustache. Originally, I had a fake mustache, but while I was rehearsing, like the intro, it kept on falling off. So I'm like, all right, let's just ditch the mustache. And then let's see the big guy next to me. That's Chris Kiska, and he claims that he has the biggest private collection of Jaws memorabilia in the world. I don't know if it's either between him and Greg Nicotero. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But they both have huge, ridiculous collections.
Actual.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the fighting chair. He has.
Yeah.
Mike, you know Chris pretty well. He's got
Yeah,
the fighting
Chris is
chair, the
great,
reel. I think he has. Doesn't he have the channel marker that Chrissy hung on to?
Pete Spidetti has the fighting chair and the rod.
Oh, okay.
Eric Hollander has the channel marker.
Yes.
Chris has a lot of stuff though. A lot of screen use and a lot of replica. Yeah.
Yeah. He had like the Quint. You've seen like the picture of Quint in the chair with the fishing pole. I'm sure you've seen. It looks just like him, even up close. He's got that. He had that at Comic-Con over there, like the pinball machines. He was at the Midsummer Scream a couple weeks ago. So he goes to all these conventions with all that stuff, and he's a cool guy, an interesting guy. And oddly enough, I booked him. Let's see. Our panel's on Friday, July 25th. I booked him earlier that day, like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I saw him at a party at Comic-Con the night before. And I was like, "Hey man, we could really." I think I was walking around with all kind of like this, like all my Jaws stuff. We started talking about Jaws, and I met him briefly through Pat Jankowitz a year before that. And I'm like, "Hey man, is there any way you'll be on my panel?" I basically asked him, and he agreed to do it. So and he came through at the last minute, and all my panelists crushed it, and I couldn't have been more happy with who came, even though there were no authentic people that were with the cast and crew. they still came and they delivered, and we sold out the room to 1,000 people. So that was pretty
Wow.
impressive. Yeah, yeah.
I was going to say I watched the entire thing. I mean, it's a great panel to watch, and you guys at home hop on YouTube and check it out. It's on there. The Jaws, the Jaws panel during
Oh,
Comic
you've
Con.
seen
I mean,
it?
yes, I absolutely sat and watched it. Yeah, in fact,
Okay.
even pulled a shot or pulled a quick little fun shot. In fact, let me pull it up here. I think I got you in here. Yeah, I took a quick still while I was sitting and watching it there while you were you were the moderator, so you were
I
kind of
was the
mentioning
moderator.
people, like kind of
Yep.
good stuff. And I think the other guy from the con guy, he came out and kind of introduced everybody, and then so
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
very cool, man. Wow,
Yeah, it was a lot of
big
fun
stuff.
because it was in room 6A, and I don't know if anyone listening even has ever been to Comic Con, but it's a big room. It holds up to 1,000 people. And when I found out Dreyfus couldn't be, he was a potential guest. We had a lot of potential guests, to be honest with you, but a lot of the people that were on the island. But for one reason or another, with Dreyfus was viral bronchitis. Some of the people wanted to be flown out and put in a hotel, and it's just like I mean, hotels get sold out like 6 months in advance in San Diego at
Sure.
Comic Con, not to mention the flights. We just didn't have the budget for that. So when we didn't have any authentic people from the cast or crew, I was a little bummed that people weren't going to show up. I'm like, well, the room holds 1,000 people. Shoot, man, I maybe we'll get 300, maybe 500 if I'm lucky. And when I walked in the room and saw all those people, all like the anxiety that I had just went away. And I was like, "Wow, there's 1,000 people here," because it was a packed room. There were like just a handful of empty seats, and people seemed. I got a lot of positive feedback, so that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, very cool. And it wasn't like you just pulled four people off the street. These are people that are deeply rooted,
Oh yeah,
and people that also have taken an active role in the Jaws world as well. So I mean, really,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, great
yeah,
panel, very knowledgeable people, very enjoyable.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. So you there for like the weekend of it, or how did that work?
Yeah. It's just there for the weekend, and we had a blast. I kind of wish I was able to stay. What was it like to stay? I imagine like staying a couple days later, you get to kind of finally enjoy the island because it is a beautiful island. But how about the just the excitement? The couple days leading to that weekend. I mean, that was probably pretty fun seeing like the orca getting towed in.
Oh my God! Well, the first handful of days, like 5 days I was there, honestly, there was nothing going on. I mean, there really wasn't. The only inkling that you saw up until maybe that Wednesday or Thursday was we went to the museum because I wanted to go and I wanted to talk to the people in the museum that we were working with. I just want to go. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go through the museum and see the Jaws exhibit before the crowds show up. That way,
Okay.
because I just envisioned being like shoulder to shoulder in these rooms. And so we went and saw the Jaws exhibit, and it was just completely blown away. And I was in that building for 5 minutes. And Kathy, who was the one that we worked in, is she comes walking up, and she's got like four people trailing behind her, and she's like, "Hey, so and so is here from Boston ABC and is going to do an interview," and that was where I saw the spark. It was like there at the museum, and then it just started to kind of slowly kind of like unravel. And I want to say, Mike, by the time we got up and got moving and got to the museum that Thursday morning, we were there at like what 9 o'clock. I mean, it was just busting loose. I mean, it was just droves of people. I mean, everywhere you saw there was something Jaws related, whether it was, the local town put up something. Oak Bluffs put up these sharks all over the island, and like a different artist did a different rendition on the same outline of a shark. And every t-shirt shop had things going up. I mean, the local restaurants. I mean, you name it, and it just was like unrolling. I mean, it really did all at once. The island literally turned back into Amity Island. It was just,
Yeah.
it was phenomenal. It really was, and it was fever pitch the entire time. And I thought, honestly, afterwards, it was going to calm right back down to what it was.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, there was a whole group of people that hadn't made it to the main functions that showed up on like the 23rd and the 24th. There was a whole other drove of people that came there because I kept getting phone calls. Hey, what are you doing? We're going to go do this. You want to do this? Hey, I'm going to be here. Can you come over And so it was kind of neat to see that it just carried on. It didn't just like hit hard and then abruptly stop. You know what I mean?
Sorry about that.
So that's all right.
Whoops. Okay, sorry.
Oh, good.
That's Spielberg calling him.
Oh yeah, that's his lawyers. Yeah,
And the narrative.
saying, hey, you didn't have permission.
Man.
Yeah, that's right.
It's probably
Sorry.
DoorDash going, I can't find you. I left it on the
Oops.
doorstep next door.
That's
Okay.
quite all right. No big deal.
All right, it's over. Okay. Yeah. That sounds exciting. Yeah, because I talked to a couple of people that were we were, it was like the last day and they were just getting there. I'm like, oh, you missed the party, but I don't know, maybe they didn't.
No, that party's gonna last it's gonna last forever.
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
Regardless of where you are.
It's funny though, because I was saying like the best I could describe it as is it's kind of like a Jimmy Buffett concert. I'm talking about the Jaws 50th. A Jimmy
Yeah.
Buffett concert meets like a small Comic-Con and just kind of,
Yeah.
because it was just like a crowd of like dedicated people. They weren't like into like anime or anything like deep cut nerdy, but like, something mainstream nerdy. And it was awesome. I mean, I had such a great experience. The only thing I think, I wish that we booked earlier, we stayed on the island, and if it was a week long, that would have been awesome too. But
Yeah.
I think the 3 days, it was a great magical 3 days for sure. So kudos.
It really was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Left a lot of hard impressions in a lot of people's minds. And I mean, I know, it was, for me, it was almost kind of like nostalgic. I mean, really, like here I am, we're
Yeah.
over 2 months later and going, dear God, like what an amazing weekend that was. I mean, truly was.
Yeah, you're right. It is. It did. Yeah. This summer flew by because it was 2 months ago. Yeah. It's crazy. But it was a great start of summer, and here we are at the end, still talking about it, like you said, and we're all getting excited about seeing Jaws on the big screen in a couple of days on IMAX. So it's like I said, it's the summer of Jaws.
No kidding. Yeah. Val's actually chiming in here and he's saying, yeah, Jaws 50 turned into a family event and we all bonded. And that's
Sure.
the truth. We had more people, more people came together and really that were close online, if you can use that as a term, but really, in person for the first time. And it really was an amazing thing. And that's what I've been saying since we got back. For me, it was being there and meeting the people and being around people that I've talked to for years online that I've never met in person. It was so
Yeah.
nice. And no one came across as someone I didn't think that they were. And it was just a wonderful organization, wonderful group of people just to be around. And so it really was, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know this, but it was the first time that the three of us, we've done this show for several years, but it was the first time the three of us had ever been together.
It got together.
Ever.
Yeah.
In the same room.
In the same room,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, how, if you don't mind me asking, how? Sorry, Michael.
So literally in the same room. Yeah.
Literally in the
Wow.
same room. Yeah, first time ever. Yeah.
Okay, so how'd you all meet? Online then?
Mike and I met in 2012 at the 2012 celebration at our dear friend Donna's house. So we met at a barbecue there. And then I kind of drifted off. And then when Nate came in to help Mike with the show, I was asked if I can come in every now and then. And here we are. So it was the first time I had ever met Nate. Do I regret it? Yeah. But
only on Thursday.
Only on Thursday. Today's Thursday. But no, that was the first time the three of us had ever been together.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Did you drink some Gansets together?
No, we held a show with Richard Dreyfuss that came on, so we figured that was enough.
I had enough chances to cover the other two, so it was okay. It all worked out.
Gotcha.
Bag of Doritos, thanks to Jen. So that's
right. I wasn't going to let anyone behind. You got to take one for the team now and then. It's just the way it is. So.
There you go.
Yeah, that's fun. That's great. Yeah, and I got to know some people that I never met before. Like yourself online, just like through the Jaws, Facebook pages that we're all on. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Awesome. And speaking of people from Jaws, when I was going through and catching a bit of your show, in fact, you even sent me the link to it. I was trying to capture it, and then luckily you sent me the link yesterday. You had Carl pop in and do and just say a few things during your panel, and I grabbed that.
Yeah.
Why don't we watch that real quick? Sound good?
Sure. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I would love to bring that in. Let's bring that in.
Out there in Comic-Con land, San Diego, are you all enjoying the sun and the surf, or are you all enjoying your crowded hotel rooms? I'm sorry I can't be there with you, but I am older and frailer these days. But I can send you these words of encouragement. Enjoy the movies as much as you can, because they don't make them like that anymore. And the movie that I worked on so hard so many years ago has stood the test of time. It's Jaws, the original, and I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it. And I hope you have none of the problems watching it that we had making it. The ultimate test was the film was finished, it was released, and you guys are responsible for its success ever after. Remember, we, the filmmakers, we don't tell you what's a hit, you tell us. It comes from the audience every time. And thanks for making the Fish movie a hit for all of these 50 years.
Yes.
Oh,
the Fish movie.
Cool.
Yeah.
The Fish movie.
The Fish movie. Yeah. Yeah. It was really cool meeting him at his own apartment there in Hollywood. It's like one of those cool, like I don't know if it's a big complex. And it's like right down the street, right off of like Hollywood or Sunset Boulevard, not too far from the Comedy Store. And he said he's been living there since the early '80s, like over like '82 or something like that. So over 40 years. And he's got all this stuff, obviously from Jaws, but also he did The Jerk as well. And yeah, it was really cool to. Oh, there we go, Caveman. Very nice.
Yeah.
She's on it. Thank you, Val. Yeah, we unfortunately didn't talk about that. We might go back for a part two, and talk about maybe the sequels, even though he doesn't really like to talk about the sequels. He admitted to me he's never seen the fourth Jaws.
Really?
Yeah. He's a guy I never saw because he didn't ever I believe wrote definitely the second one. I don't know if he helped write the third one a little bit, but I don't think he had anything to do with the fourth one, which whatever. But
Yeah.
a really cool guy. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it. He's 87 years old. But we might have him at the LA Comic Con. We're fingers crossed for that, because he doesn't have to commute the 2 to 3 hours that it takes to get from LA to San Diego. Yeah.
Sure. I never talked to him in person. Mike had him on the show a couple of years back, and he was such an awesome guy to sit and listen to.
Yeah,
and he's got such a great sense of humor about himself too. He doesn't take anything too seriously, and very funny.
No, he's very because he's originally from New York, so he's very sarcastic, and I think he's still pretty sharp, and he's still got that razor wit sense of humor, and he's a good guy.
You should ask him about Ringo Starr.
Ringo
Starr about Ringo Starr, with Caveman.
Oh, really?
Caveman.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for part two, we will. Yeah.
Yeah.
And his apartment's really cool. Like he said, he used to have like a lot of dinner parties, and he used to entertain and bake lamb and all that stuff. And he's just got stories and stories, I'm sure. Yeah, from being in the industry for over 50 years. I think 50, 60 years. We saw one of his Emmys that he got when he was on. Was it Laughing or no? It was the Smothers Brothers. Thank you.
Smothers Brothers.
Yes. So
awesome. Very cool.
Tommy Smothers. Good show.
Well, Mark, what is your future like? Do you have any irons in the fire outside of the Jaws world? Like, what's going on with you? I just was really impressed with what you do and kind of what you have been a part of. So, what do you have going on? Any interest right now?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are asking me, still working on some independent films. Some of them are in post-production. Some of them are in pre-production. Might do another short film or two. Still auditioning for stuff. But yeah, my main concentration this summer, like as far as entertainment goes, has been, producing the panel and producing this upcoming panel. And I mean, it's fun. People seem to like it. It's a good way to expose. How do I say this? Expose myself? No, it's great exposure.
It's a
And
family show, sir. Okay.
yeah, I know. I almost dropped a swear
The yellow
earlier, but
raincoat, perhaps, or what?
yeah. Um,
PG-13, please.
yeah. So that's so yeah. In other words, like a couple of smaller projects, and then hopefully some bigger projects. Looking looking at the rest of 2025. Because it is the year of Jaws. Yeah.
So let me ask you this then, because I mean, Comic-Con is such a big event. Now I live in
Oh yeah.
Nashville, and we get Fanboy, which is a Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike and I went to a horror movie Comic-Con as well in Lexington a couple of years ago. And were there a lot of people dressed as characters such as yourself? You were Quint. Did you see a lot of that around?
You mean at Comic-Con dressed
In
as
San
Jaws?
Diego? Yeah.
I didn't see too much of it. I see a lot of Jaws T-shirts, and that's
Yeah.
whenever I saw like a Jaws T-shirt, it's always happened over the last several years, and really, I don't know, probably 50 years. But this last one, I would always be like, hey, if you're not doing anything, Friday night. 7:15, room 6A, Jaws panel. I'll be moderating it, and so I use that as my excuse to promote it. But yeah, I did see there was a Hooper or two, and there was probably like about three Brodies too. Yeah, and then one of the guys I met on the escalator.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the guys I met on the escalator. Before, like 15 minutes before the panel, I was like, "What's your name?" I forget his name. Something like Paul or something like that. And I reached out to him. I said, "Paul, is there a man named Paul here?" I'm assuming that's his name. It's probably not, but you dressed as Chief Brody, and he stood up. I'm like, "Here, I got you a T-shirt." And I had like about
cool.
12. I had about 12 T-shirts made. Oh shoot, it's upstairs. I'd like to show you guys, but it's basically the same. The thing that the shark coming out of the water, and then it's saying, "I survived the Jaws 50 panel."
Nice.
Oh, that's
Because
cool.
I have a cousin right now that's at Dragon Con in Atlanta.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's a huge con.
And they're going, and there's a couple of Brodies, there's a couple of Quints already being shown on their Facebook page. So I was curious.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's not like Jaws Fest, but there are definitely yes, there's a big fan base there. I mean, 1,000 people showed up. Yeah. So
yeah, I'm just happy that there's still some people out there that love to do that.
Yeah, of course, yeah, yeah. It really is. I mean, I don't know. I think what movie just turned? I think it was Sunset Boulevard. Maybe just turned 75 years old.
Really?
I think that's the movie. Yeah, that makes sense. 1950. Or maybe it was Double Indemnity. All right, anyways, what else film noir movies? But movies great and all, but Jaws is something that I think will be still highly celebrated at 75. And probably even 100. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully we're around for that, but but the 75, I mean, that'll be crazy.
Yeah, it's right up there with the Wizard of Oz, I would think.
Yeah, that just turned how old? About
older than me, I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, 1939. Yeah,
1930s. Yeah,
86.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
36. Oh, okay, 86 years old. Okay, wow.
86,
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
In fact, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. Apologize.
Well, I was gonna say one of the problems with trying to do a panel with that's 50 years old on a movie that's 50 years old is, unfortunately, a lot of the cast and crew aren't with us anymore, and those who are, called Gottlieb, and even Dreyfuss had his health problems. There was talk of Joe Alves and Marty Milner. You probably got to see Marty Milner on the island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guy. They're up there. They're in their late 70s to early 90s. So a lot of them don't want to necessarily be around 130,000 crazed pop culture fans, So it is what it is. But
yeah. You have to kind of cherish what you can get at this point because you don't know. I mean, I know there's a possibility. There's some people talking about trying to do a Jaws thing on the island perhaps more often. I don't know to what extent. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But I
Yeah,
think everyone kind of sees the fact. I mean, the 50 is honestly probably going to be the biggest thing
I think so.
of
Yeah.
the Jaws lifespan. Not that there won't be any things or that would be, severely diminished, but I definitely think the 50 was kind of like, I mean, think about that. How many movies hit that mark and had the celebration that did? I mean, it really just doesn't exist.
I mean, I
Right.
think in a couple of years, Star Wars probably will, but that's
Right.
the only thing I can think of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next year, I'm not saying it will happen, but my proposal is to do a 40th anniversary of the movie Aliens, which I can't believe that's turning 40. It's one of my other
Yeah.
favorite sci-fi movies, and a lot of the cast and crew, they do show up to sign autographs and all that stuff at
Yeah.
Comic-Con. So
Yeah.
that's kind of my take on it, and we'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
if I get accepted, but that's the plan so far, and I've already got that in the works. Not to plug a future panel that has nothing to do with Jaws, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
All good.
Knock on
All
wood.
good.
Fingers crossed.
We, we,
Yeah.
we are rounding out on the hour here, but we do have a question here, and then one or two comments, and then
Sure.
what I was thinking we would do tonight. We often end with Quinn singing. We do a little fins up here, but
Okay.
so I thought we would end this evening in a couple minutes. We would end with your Quintmas Carol movie, if that's all right. If everyone's all right with that,
Go
he
for it.
he put
Yeah.
together
Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
he put
Are you going
together
to play
this
the whole thing or
awesome.
just the end of it?
I was going to pull it up and just let it run. I mean, it's
Okay.
like
I mean, it's
what
only
20
5 minutes,
minutes
so yeah,
long.
sure. If they're going
Yeah.
to listen to me awkwardly ramble, then they can surely
Oh,
last another
it's
five
it's
minutes.
it's great. Not only do you do a good impression, you have a comedic end to it. I mean, you're bringing in two different worlds and combining
Yeah.
them there, and yeah, it's pretty genius the way that you do it. But we have a question and a comment or two here. So Val is asking, Mark, are you coming to the New York area at all?
I'm not sure. That's a great question. I know there is a New York Comic Con. Unfortunately, I think we missed the deadline. We didn't know this was going to be a success, to be honest with you. So I think we missed the deadline for that. I'll double check. The last time I was in New York was less than about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago. It was to see the Shark is Broken, the play that Ian Shaw was in, and it was awesome. I had some film that was in like this little rinky dink film festival, so I use it as a tax write off. That's it, boom, the shark is broken. But the highlight was definitely meeting Ian Shaw, and I had him sign my the movie you're about to see. I had a T-shirt made of the poster, and I had him. He's like, "Do you want me to sign?" He's got the English accent. He's like, "Do you want me to sign your playbill?" I'm like, "No, I want you to sign my shirt." He just kind of looks at me. He's like, "All right," and he signed it, Ian Shaw. So I'm like, "Okay, about as close as I'm gonna ever get to meeting the actual
Nate's,
Captain Quint." But
Nate's got you beat.
Yeah. Nate's got you beat big time.
oh
I
yeah,
do. So I was in New York that summer. I went to see the show as well, and I had met up and was talking to Ian afterwards. And I have a tattoo of the orca and the barrels down the calf of my leg. It's the only tattoo I have. And so
good
he had
tattoo.
signed a couple things for me, and he said, "Oh," he said, "Is that Joe's tattoo?" And I said, "Yes." He goes, "That's a really good one." He said, "I really like that a lot." I said, "Would you sign it for me?" And I had a Sharpie in my hand, so he signed right underneath the tattoo, and he said, "All right, I'm going to do a really good one." And now, of course, I mean, like you get out from that show, and it's like 11 o'clock or
Yeah,
whatever. It was so here I was tasked with at midnight walking around New York City trying to find a tattoo parlor that I wasn't going to get hepatitis from to tattoo
yeah.
his name on my leg before it's smeared. So I have his name on the bottom of my tattoo. So yeah.
Oh wow. I mean,
Oh,
obviously it washed off, but you probably got some good pictures, right?
Oh no, it's tattooed permanently.
it's
It's on there.
tattooed.
Oh, I'm
His
sorry. It's
name is
tattooed.
tattooed on the calf.
I left
Whoa. Trump
after he signed it. Yeah.
my story. Yeah.
Yeah, he signed it. I took my sock off and walked around New York City. Yeah, actually, I think Mike has a picture of it there in his book. Here, hold on, I'll pull you up, Mike Solo. Yeah, right there, right at the bottom there. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, unbelievable. Mark, you froze up on us again there, buddy. It's all right. You'll come back to us in a second. But yeah, at any rate,
All
guys.
right. Okay. Am I
Nice.
All right,
back?
all right. Yeah, you're back. You froze up on us there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was just you were talking about how he tattooed. Yeah. Wow. Definitely beat me. Yeah, because I watched that T-shirt and it's gone. But yeah, you win.
It was sheer desperation. Trust me, Fred. At any rate, yeah. But we do have just one or two other comments here, and then we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna grand finale with his movie, and which is a great movie to watch. So
cool.
We have a comment of raise a glass of cheer for the late Robert Shaw passed away today at the age
I'm
of 51,
so glad that Victor
1978.
mentioned that. So I got some pineapple juice. Or it's too early for me to drink here. It's still well, it's almost 5 o'clock actually, but
it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's all right.
Somewhere, right?
Yes.
I don't have anything other than a little bit of iced tea in a bottle, but I can do that. We'll do a little.
I got a Coke Zero.
A shot glass we got on Martha's Vineyard.
Nice, very
yes.
nice.
But yes, to the late great Robert Shaw, who died on this day in 1978. Here's the swimming, the bow-legged women.
Bow-legged women. That's right. There you go.
Pretty good stuff. Made it myself.
Oh.
That was great.
Awesome. Yeah. And then last comment here. Hopefully the 50th anniversary has increased awareness of Jaws and will continue every year.
I think so.
I think it will. Absolutely. I think it will.
Introduced it to a new generation and kind of reintroduced it to a lot of people who hadn't seen it in a while. That was kind of my take from a lot of people I've talked to over the summer. Yeah. I just have a couple things that the guys at Con Guys wanted me to plug real quick, if you don't mind.
Listen, absolutely. Not trying to rush you at all.
I said, hey guys, you want me to, let's see. They say, okay, mention the LA Comic-Con panel. It'll be on September 28th at 4:00. That's a Sunday. It's going to be closing out LA Comic-Con. So if you're watching this, if you're in the LA area, please come check it out. It'll be not the same exact as we did at the Comic-Con, because we might switch it up with some guests, but we will have some of the guests that were there, and then maybe some other people that are in the Jaws world.
Then go to the museum.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Because it'll be open by then. Yeah.
It'll be open.
And the entire panel will be released on YouTube soon. I think you probably still have snippets of it on YouTube, but not the entirety.
Yeah.
We just haven't. It hasn't been released yet. Comic-Con recorded it, but we haven't thrown it out there yet. And then they will be releasing some interviews with Marty Milner, who we all met. He worked on Jaws. He's probably in his late 70s, 78, maybe something like that. On
25.
September. He's 25, yeah. We'll be releasing that on September 18th, which apparently is the final date of when Jaws was filmed. I don't know. True or false? Yeah. That was the last day.
I wouldn't know that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. These guys
the last day of production?
That's okay, which is the date of the final shooting day of Jaws. And then they wrote, according to Marty Milner. So yeah. And then, Carl Gottlieb will hopefully be there. Fingers crossed. I don't even know if I should say that. I might jinx myself. That's it. Listen to the Con Guy podcast if you can, and see the panel on the 28th if you can.
That's awesome.
And watch Jaws again.
We're done
this weekend.
This weekend, that's right. I was going to say, if you have, or if you want to send something my way, we'll post it across the pages. I would be glad to promote it for you guys. That'd be wonderful.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, great. Yeah, sounds good. Definitely.
Awesome. Well, Mark, I want to thank you for coming on and hanging out and spending an hour with us tonight. We greatly appreciate it.
It was a ball. Yeah. Thank you.
Blast hanging out. And I want to thank you guys at home for joining us. And obviously, myself, Mike, and Jay always enjoy getting together on a Thursday night. And so we're going to have a neat little finale tonight. We are going to have a Quintmas Carol. Acted by yours truly here. Take us out tonight. I'm going to pull us off the screen and mute myself. So please sit back, watch, and enjoy. This is a wonderful watch. So thank you very much again, Mark. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Everyone at home, have yourselves a great weekend. Get out and see Jaws this weekend, and we'll catch up with you. All right.
Drink a Gansett.
All right. Here we go. I'm gonna pull us off, and I'm gonna mute myself here. All right, and play.
type shark cage.
Uncle Quint!
Huh? Oh, hello.
What are you doing here? Yeah, in our home. On Christmas Eve.
Well, I was down in Narragansett Brewery, and I says to the barkeeps, I says, show me the way to go home. Boom, boom, I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Boom, boom, I had a little drink about an hour ago, and it went straight to my head.
Uncle Quint is acting silly again. Why does he smell like gasoline and eggs?
Excuse me, girls.
Uncle Quint, you ate all Santa's cookies. Yeah, there must have been 20 of them.
25, 3 pounds of them. Anyway, get to get some shut-eye.
We can't go to sleep. Can you tell us a story? Yeah, a Christmas Carol story.
Christmas Carol, eh? Well, all right. I suppose it was the night before Christmas. Going through the house. Not a creature staring. Not even a shark. Anyway, the kids were in their beds while visions of bow-legged women danced in their heads.
Uncle Quint, it's supposed to be sugar plums.
The hell's a sugar plum?
What about the reindeers, Uncle Quint?
Reindeer? Let me tell you something about reindeer. It's as if God created the devil and gave it horns.
Uncle Quint, that's not true. Reindeer are cute. Yeah, and I saw one at the zoo, and plus they pulled Santa's sleigh.
I'm not talking about slaying or petting zoos. I'm talking about hunting for a living. I'm talking about surviving an attack.
You've hunted a reindeer?
Aye.
You've been attacked by a reindeer?
Aye.
And you don't like reindeer?
No.
What happened?
Well, the thing about a reindeer is it's got lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes. Doesn't really seem to be living until he impales you. Black eyes roll over wide. You hear the high-pitched squealing, and when the snow turns red, all the howling and pounding. Then they charge you and rip you to pieces. I remember my friend Joe Domenico from Providence. Well, I thought he was standing there on a snowbank. He'd been torn in half below the waist.
I don't think I like this story.
Anyway, I'll never wear a camouflage jacket again. So, 11 men go into the woods. 3 men come out. The reindeer took the rest. Well, kiddos, Merry Christmas to all, and to all good night. Brody, Jody, farewell and adieu to the fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to the ladies of Spain.
Uncle Quint's crazy.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'll never wear a camo. That was good. I like that.
Thank you.
I think I'm going to play that on Christmas Eve now.
Oh, it's great. Ross from
It's
the
become a tradition now.
yeah, Ross from the Jaws Daily plays it on his website. I think every Christmas now.
That was great.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun to make. Yeah, I think I got one of these awards. Is this one here? Oh, this one here.
God.
Yeah, it had a nice little run in the film festival circuit. 5 minutes and under, so that was cool.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Nate, you can't hear you, honey.
Oh.
Very well done, buddy.
He's back. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much.
That was, I absolutely love that. Doing a little bit of laughing out loud. Some great lines in there.
Yeah,
I had to turn my volume down.
25 cookies, 3 pounds of them. I mean, just, You pull that off very entertainingly, buddy. Yeah, you should be proud of that.
The highlight for me making that, I mean, it was fun making it, but when it was in the festival circuit, it was judged at this festival in Chicago. And Bob Gale, I don't know if you know who that is, but he was the creator of Back to the Future. Yeah. And a man, Back to the Future is up there with Jaws, like definitely my top 10. I mean, Jaws is probably number 1, but Back to the Future is like probably like number 7 or 8 or whatever of best movies of all time, in my opinion. So to have him judge it and award it best comedy in this little film festival in Chicago, it meant so much to me. And I got to meet him at the Saturn Awards earlier this year and thank him in person like 7 years later, and it was very surreal. So that was cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Still waiting to hear from Steven Spielberg's lawyers about that, though.
There you go.
Very good. Awesome. Well, great way to wrap up. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wonderful evening. And we have a little tradition here on Let's Talk Joe's Life. We do what we call fins up. That's how we say goodbye. So little fins up to everyone at home. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks
okay. I see what we're doing. It's like a Jimmy Buffett concert. Yeah. Fins to the left, fins to the right. Yeah.
Fins to the left, fins to the right. Yeah.
Being from Florida, I know Jimmy Buffett. So there you go.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's Spielberg's lawyers again. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us tonight, Mark. Really appreciate hanging out with us. That was a blast, and love the movie. That was great. Anyone want to check him out? Please get online. He's easy to find. Mark Atkinson. Yeah. There's a lot following him. You can see what he's done, what videos he's done, what movies he's done and produced. Check him out. Some very enjoyable stuff. And hopefully we'll see you back again sometime. All right, bud?
All right. Sounds good. Farewell and adieu to the fair Spanish ladies.
Yep.
We'll drink to that leg.
Yep. Everybody also have a happy Labor Day. Be safe. Enjoy your day off if you have it.
Safe Labor Day, yes.
Sister here sleeping all weekend. There you go.
All right, guys.
Setting up the local theater this weekend.
Oh,
there you go.
Wonder why. Right.
Have a Ganson and watch Jaws. Make us proud.
That's exactly right. Yeah. All right, guys. Cheers and have yourselves a wonderful. Take care, guys.
All right.